Hello everyone, so I'm going to do this writing task too, that is agree or disagree. Believe me, this is different. When you will start writing this essay, you will also confuse what points and what kind of things I should write, whether I should focus on international community must act immediately, or all the nations to reduce the consumption of fossil fuels. So that is also point of discussion actually. That's why I have come up with this question statement, and that question was part of 27th May 2023 IELTS exam. Okay. Now let's read this question statement. As I always tell you, just the international community must act immediately to ensure all nations to reduce their consumption of fossil fuels, for example gas and oil. So the international community, like you can name international community like United Nations or any other community if you know it, like must act immediately to ensure all nations to reduce their consumption of fossil fuels such as gas and oil. So we know it, this is agree or disagree. Whether we will go agree or disagree, it's all up to you. You should go for 100% agree, or you can go for 100% disagree. Or some students, those who are looking only for 5 or 5.5, they can write partially agree. They in first body paragraph they can write the points about agree, and the second body paragraph they can write for the disagreement. So that doesn't matter. So here main topic is, what is the main topic, what should we write about it? Because many of students, they are confused what we write about fossil fuels and all. So what is the main idea over here for this question statement? So according to my opinion here, they are asking these international agencies or community should act immediately to ensure all nations should reduce the consumption of fossil fuel. Now question is, if you agree, why you agree, why you are saying that they should reduce the consumption of fossil fuel? Because of pollution and all, because of green gas effects and all, global warming is coming up. That's why they should, these international community must act immediately to ensure, to just encourage all the nations to cut the consumption of fossil fuels. Okay, so I will just go for agreement. Okay, now the main important point is, so how to plan your essay. Of course we have 40 minutes. So after 40 minutes we will not be writing only for 40 minutes. So after 40 minutes, first 5 minutes you should always plan, and last 5 minutes you should always reread your essay. Why proofreading means, rereading means you will get to know, you will find your errors yourself before submitting your answer sheet to the examiner. Okay, so that's more important. So you cannot ignore these first 5 minutes and last 5 minutes, and the middle 30 minutes you can spend for writing. Okay, now how to plan the essay? As I always told you, always read the question statement 3-4 times, analyze the statement, and just find out the main topic. So main topic is, of course this is not main topic, this is my name, Monica from IELTS-9. Of course you have to subscribe and like my video. Okay, and I will be bringing so many videos for helping you in getting good bands in your IELTS exam. Okay, so main topic here, we can just see this. So immediate action should be taken by these international organizations to encourage or ensure the nations to reduce consumption. So whole statement is main topic actually. We will just discuss why I agree. First I will tell, so okay, I will show you everything. So main topic as we know, and I will agree with that statement. Okay, so why I am agree? So in body paragraph 1 and 2, what is the structure and all? So as you know, structure, 4 paragraph structure: intro, then we have body paragraph 1 and 2 and conclusion. Now here you need to know, because main topic is, what is the main topic? So main topic is, we need to express this also, and this reduce the consumption of fossil fuels. So in body 1, what we can write? In body 1 we can write why, your points, your arguments. Okay, and in body 2, so that's why this is different. I am just telling you 3 or 2 arguments you can always write, and in body 2 you can here suppose you have written 2 arguments in body 1. In body 3, if you have three arguments, 3 reason why you agree with the statement, then you can continue in body paragraph 2 your third reason, plus now you will tell what these communities, what this international community can do to stop, to ensure, to reduce the consumption of fossil fuel. That we will just discuss any action international community action we will discuss in body paragraph 2 and then conclusion. Okay, so what the points you can get it. So why I agree? Because I agree that if we are using more and more fossil fuels, so it is harmful to environment. So yes, because nowadays now you will give some reasoning. So more transportation facilities has developed due to more tourism, and more industrialization is coming up in many areas, in many nations. So what will happen? So this is the result, more carbon dioxide in the environment, in the air. And of course this is the first point why it is harmful. So I have given the reason of these, because of more transportation facilities, tourism is also there, more aviation services are in demand nowadays, more industrialization, every activity will just improve this CO2 in the air. So now second implication, second impact, second reason why I agree with the statement that countries should reduce the fossil fuel consumption of fossil fuel. Whether climate change, so we can experience earthquakes, floods, or unusual climate change. You can use the word here, tsunami, okay, T is silent, and global warming. So these 2-3 are interrelated. Weather will change, climate change will be there, definitely global warming will be there, and what will happen after that? Rise in temperature will be there. So this is second point. Okay, so I have just framed my points, whatever it was coming in my mind. Now while writing, I will just merge all these things into one point and all these things into one point. Okay, now in second body paragraph, one more thing I have just come up is health problems will come up. So this is my planning, like asthma, cancer, and any other brain hemorrhage or brain damage. You can just write whatever the problems, health problems, just write it down. 3-4 problems you can write it. Now fifth main important thing is, now the main action done by international communities, like community or organization like UNO, United Nations Organization. So you can always give example of that. Okay, now these are the planning. This is planning points I'm going to discuss in body 1 and 2. Now coming to the introduction. Again, we will read the question statement. The international community must act immediately to ensure all nations to reduce their consumption of fossil fuels, gas and oil. Okay, so international community, you can just merge with government, international governments and organizations, and nations, countries. You can write to reduction kind of word we can use. So fossil fuel, crude oil, so many things you can write it for instead of these words. Okay, let's look at the introduction, how I have written it. So yeah, it is just a minute. So this is my introduction. It is undoubtedly that fossil fuels have given pace, means development, to worldwidely development. Pace means increase, worldwidely development. However, it has given speed. Pace means speed. However, with the excessive usage of this crude oil instead of fossil fuel, I have used crude oil at an alarming rate, which causes damage to the environment and human health. Okay, so yeah, excessive usage, only one single thing is there. Okay, therefore international organizations must have some action plans to ensure the less consumption of oil and gas. Okay, all over the world. So you can use in every nation, you can use the word. So I have just paraphrased, I have just given the general statement about the topic, and then I have started the paraphrasing kind of thing, and finally I have given the solution for that, because yes, we can see the more consumption of fossil fuel, and the solution is this: international organizations, they should act immediately to action plans to encourage the less consumption of oil and gas. Okay, now you need to give your opinion. In my opinion, I strongly agree with this notion, which will be explained in the looming paragraph. Okay, so I have already explained the reasons which causes damage to environment and human health. That's why I have not explained here my reasons with that. Now coming to first body paragraph. First body paragraph, as I told you, we will discuss these points: harmful to environment and unusual weather conditions. Okay, now let's read how I have written. To begin with, all countries should pay attention towards less consumption of fossil fuels, should pay attention towards less consumption of fossil fuels such as gas, coal and oil, as this damages the environmental surroundings, or our environmental surroundings, you can write to explain it. So whatever the point I have just announced, so I am going to give the reason for that, to explain it in modern times. So here I is small. In modern times, every nation is expanding its industries, tourism, transport systems. So tourism, you can just T small. Tourism, transport systems and transport systems which produce toxic substances like carbon dioxide, hot gases, that leads to climate change. Okay, so in addition to, now my second, that leads to means first I have announced the point, I have explained the reasons, and then its result that leads to climate change. Okay, now next point: weather today, as it has become unpredictable as we know it, resulting in rise in temperatures like 49 degrees Celsius or even 51 also at some places in Africa, which affects every human being on this planet. Okay, so this is the point about weather, unusual climate or rise in temperature I have explained. Now coming to the next. No, but I need to give one example. So here example I can give here. Just a minute. Now I have added one example. For instance, unusual climate, earthquakes, floods and tsunami are common in this day and age all over the nations. Okay, so this example I have forgotten to write it in the body paragraph 1. Now you can see this, how I have explained 2 points. First I have explained about the this thing, carbon dioxide and all, climate change. Due to that high rise in temperature and unusual climatic conditions are common things nowadays. We can see it. It can be noted that this sentence structure also you can write it here. It can be noted that unusual climatic conditions like earthquakes, floods and tsunami are common things. It can be seen commonly in this on this planet. Okay, now second body paragraph I will be explaining health and what these organizations, international community can do it. So you can see, on the other hand, and other aspect that all, or you can cut it if words are more, you can cut this and you can start from here. Other aspect that all the national governments and United Nations organizations should work jointly to encourage people to switch to electric vehicles instead of petrol or diesel. So I have picked this point. So throughout the paragraph I will be explaining this. You can see this: instead of petrol or diesel filled cars, buses and two-wheelers, the local government agencies must give huge percentage of discounts on registrations and e-vehicles, which can save humans from dreadful health issues. So always try to add some adjectives to the main words. Oh, now conditional sentence: if the country continues with non-renewable sources, then we have to face many diseases like cancer, asthma and skin allergy. Therefore, the transition to electric vehicles may eliminate the need or dependent on Arab countries, which in turn will prevent depletion of environment and other dreadful health problems. Sorry, this word I have already written, so I will not repeat it. And other health problems. Okay, so you can see this. Simply I have just explained the story. You should also explain it. All the national government and international organizations, so I can write it internationals. Organizations should work jointly, like UNO, or in full form you can write it, to encourage people to switch to vehicles and all. And for that, government agencies must give huge percentage of discounts, must give huge discounts on registration of these vehicles, which can save human from dreadful health issues. Okay, which can save our environment from carbon dioxide and bad like air pollution. You can add this instead of health issues. Then we will just talk about health issues at the end. Okay, so now conditional sentence is also important. So this why I have not given any example, because I am just explaining about. So I have taken one electric vehicle, and that is somewhat like, it's like example only. Okay, now coming to conclusion. To conclude, I strongly believe that all nations as well as international agencies must work together to prevent toxic gases in atmosphere, and should encourage other alternatives and reducing the use of gas and oil, which will benefit our future generations. Okay, which will benefit our future generation. So this is simple thing I have written it for this this agree disagree question statement. You can just read it.